Hi Dukes, it's Erin here, and we're on step 3 of the decision-making process. In the video before this, we talked about different tools that we like to suggest to students to start analyzing the information that they gathered in step 1 and 2. This kind of helps you break it down to get to this big picture of, okay, these are my choices and this is what I'm thinking about them. But the reality is this is the step also we most likely get stuck on, and something called analysis paralysis can grab onto us. What is analysis paralysis? Well, it is where we can get so stuck in the analysis part of the decision making that we can be overthinking things and never allow ourselves to make a decision so that we can start to move forward. This can cause a lot of anxiety in us because we feel this pressure of making the decision, we have all the information, and we just feel stuck. I totally get this, and I can struggle with this myself. And so I want to give you some strategies for how you can move forward in this. The first strategy that we would recommend is setting a firm deadline. You get to set this deadline for yourself, but we would recommend you set a deadline to choose a major before you register for your fall 2020 classes. This just allows you to make sure that those classes that you are registering for are classes that are going to help you achieve your academic goals and set you up to be on track to graduate and get into the classes that you would like, that are meaningful for your major. This is just really important. JMU sets a firm deadline on that you have to have a major before your 3rd week of your sophomore year. This just kind of moves that up a little bit so that you can make sure that sophomore first semester is used to be meeting the goals academically that you would like to meet. The second strategy that we would recommend to you is stop researching. Researching is so great, and you know from step 1 where we talk about gathering information by yourself and 2 where we talk about exploring your options, we encourage you to gather information. However, the reality is as we gather so much information, sometimes it hinders us from moving forward rather than strengthens us to make a decision. This is why we would encourage you that after you move past the explore your options phase, you kind of shut it down and don't gather other information. In the explore your options phase, this is where you should have been talking to people and they had their opportunity to kind of tell you like, hey, this is maybe what I would see you doing. That's where you're gathering all of that. Now that you're here, you're kind of putting your blinders on and going, hey, this is where I'm focused and this is what I've done. You've done your research, you've done your homework, have faith in that and be able to move forward in it. The third strategy that we would suggest would be consulting your advisory board. Hopefully, you have 2 or 3 people in your community that you feel their opinion and their input really matters to you in making a decision. You probably have already talked to them before about this process, but now you can go to them with your 2 or 3 majors or career options that you are really struggling with and say, okay, these are my 3 final options. I'm not looking for more ideas. I need your advice and input on this, and kind of talk through them with what you're thinking. This is why I really am valuing this one. This is why I'm liking this one. This is where I'm hung up. Consulting them can be really encouraging for you. Make sure that they understand you're not looking for more input to give you more options to put on the table, but rather to listen and be a sounding board for you. The fourth and final thing that we want to say to you is that you need to kind of put aside that you are going to make the right and perfect decision that is going to form your path from here on forward. The reality is that there isn't a perfect decision, and you will probably in your future pivot in some ways, and that's okay. You are making the decision that is best for you right now. You cannot possibly know what you in 5, 10, 15, and 20 years is going to look like, what you're going to need, going to value, going to want. And so this is that opportunity for you to make the decision for who you are today, what you value today, and hope and know that the things that you're preparing for are valuable and you will use those things even if you change your mind in the future on things. Do not be afraid and allow this thing of, I need to make the perfect decision, stop you from moving forward. Again, and like always, no matter what, if you need to further process through this, please feel free to contact us in the Office of Career and Academic Planning. We are happy to help you and look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks, Dukes. Bye.